Om Kli Krishna Yadama Om Kli Krishna Yadama Om Kli Krishna Yadama Om Kli Krishna Yadama. Good morning, all of you. Krishna Yadama Om Kli Krishna Yadama Om Kli Krishna Yadama. Join in, all of you. I always wait for 5 minutes once I log in so that you all can join in. It's going to be super duper wonderful lecture today. Just wait and watch. Krishna Yadama Om Kli Krishna Yadama. Very good morning to all of you. It's 1st February. Do you all listen to the music I play in the beginning? That uplifts our energies also, whatever music you like. And by the time you all are joining, it will get all settled and I will also open all my files and things are ready, right? So today it was Krishna's Bij Mantra for joy and prosperity. It's the beginning of the new month. And in the morning, when I was doing my yoga, somewhere it struck to me that who says that New Year resolutions are only to be done in January? Shall we do some small resolution for this month? Small habits, when built up, they bring big results. So just 5 minutes, then we are going to the core taxation. So a small change in our habit. Can we introduce 2 Bij mantras or 2 seed for this month and we will abide by it? One is lot of laughter. Throughout this month, smile and laughter. The confidence, the success lies in that no one is having the button to push us into different moods. Of course, we need to honor our emotions, but then the more we laugh, the more we smile, that makes life so beautiful, right or not? So do you also watch in your leisure time some comedy videos of 5 minutes clipping of the movies wherein it's so much of laughter? I do that. Second thing is movement. These are like doable resolutions, very small. Movement is like wherever if lift is there, can we take staircases, something we need from the main road, some stationery, something, rather than going by bike or four-wheeler, can we go walking? When you go walking, that energy is different. So many people you meet, someone is smiling at you, you are smiling, you observe and some wisdom strikes to you. So shall we make these two as our mantras for this month, February month, is going to be full of movement and laughter. Right? Okay. Write it down if you agree, or if something else is your mantra. 2 seconds, please. Thank you for waiting. If something else is your mantra, do let me know here. Yes, right. And budget is going on. So today the class is starting with a small test. Let me see who is giving instant answer correctly. Right now budget is going on. We will discuss. There's always a separate video in my channel for budget highlights. You can see the budget highlights of the last year and before that also. Right now my question is, this will be which finance act? This budget which is presented today, this is a part of our income tax syllabus practically going on around us. 1st of February, Nirmala Sitharaman ma'am, finance minister, she is giving the budget. This is going to be converted into which finance act? Who is giving the answer first? Quick, 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 quick. And it is going to be applicable for which financial year? See, you need to be smart in all the ways. It's my commitment. Once you choose me as a teacher, it's your choice. But once you have chosen, together, I'm going to be a Sarathi till your exam handhold and make you get result. That's my promise, provided you trust and do what is said. Right? But let me tell you, this all is required. Whatever I talk in these classes, along with house property, residential status, business head, all this is required. Super correct answer by Raj Shekhar. First, this is going to be Finance Act 2024. And which financial year it will be applicable? 24-25. Which assessment year? 25-26. Ma'am, is any change applicable in our exam? Direct tax, indirect tax, custom, whatever. Is it applicable for our exam? Answer is no. Today's Finance Act 2024 is applicable for financial year 24-25, right? And so this financial year 24-25. So this is going to be applicable for all the exams in 25. Right now, 2024, whether you're writing CA exam in May or CMA exam in June or November or December, for 24, what is the financial year applicable? 23-24. Assessment year 24-25. And for that, which Finance Act? Finance Act 23. When did the budget come? Last, February 1st, 2023. See, this is the linking of knowledge. And when you do this, trust me, dear students, your pen will flow in 3 hours of exam. Where you go for internship, you will have a weighted advantage. Don't say, sir, I don't know anything about budget and all, or abhi kya sab, because ma'am said financial year 23-24 is applicable for exam. But when you join your internship, when you go for job, your practice, your businesses, from April 24 to 25, the new Finance Act which is going to come is going to be applicable. Today, so it is budget. Abhi, it's going to be approved by both the houses of parliament, passed by the president. Then it will become Finance Act 24. Very well applicable practically, not applicable for our exam. Done? Right? So with the seed mantra, lot of laughter and lot of movement. That's my mantra. If you have your mantras, please share it in the chat box. Let the chat box be active so that YouTube is pushing it to more and more people. Put all your likes, subscribe to the channel, and let us begin today's class. Okay, wait till the end. There's a beautiful surprise at the end. So if you join me at the end, you will say, ma'am, something awesome we have received today. For sure. It's a promise. Avini, today we are doing business head. Okay, as I start business head, is there any doubt in anyone's mind? Anyone is having any doubt? We have already completed basics, which I linked up now with the budget and all. We have completed residential status and we have completed house property. Today we are going to do business head. I have already put a message in the telegram in the morning also that thoda sa lengthy hoga session 2.5 hours. So have proper breakfast. When you need appropriate break, tell me. I'm going to give it after 1 hour. ठीक है? Yes, at a stretch, we will complete the revision. And anyone sitting now feels, ma'am, this revision is good, but I need to learn business head in depth. Then Sarathi taxation playlist is there. There 2.5 hours, 3 classes I have taken for business head. One concept, scientific research, one problem. Preliminary expense, one problem. In writing, we have done. So definitely you can follow those videos. Amendment lectures are always there, and I'm going to include the amendment here also. Done? All clear? Huh? Why I keep asking, all clear? Because if some doubt is there, some question is there in your mind, abhi mat पूछो. Class के end में पूछना. Until the end of the class, you will not have any doubt. This is not my dialogue. See, if your mind is diverted or stuck up with some doubt, please empty your mind, put it in the chat box. We'll clear it so that you are listening 100% next what I'm saying. है ना? Chalo, right. So, business head, we enter. When do you enter house property, dear students? When there is owner and tenant relationship and there is property, right or not? So, we enter income from house property and rental income is taxable there. We follow some format. If I say compute house property, students literally, when it is a physical class and I go around the class till the end of the last bench, as we give them the work to do, no, GAV, less municipal taxes, NAV, standard deduction. Tuck, they are very clear with the format. I hope that same is with you also, right? Then, same way, coming 10 to 15 minutes, I need 100% of your focus. I will make it clear how to compute and format the business head properly. Those of you are in my final students, CMA final students, CA final students, this add and less is a part of your 14 marks question. And then when you do math, after watching this lecture, minimum alternative tax revision video is there in the CMA playlist. I put that playlist also in the Telegram group yesterday. You'll follow everything. Okay? Chalo. Business has says if you are doing business or you are a professional, who is said to be a professional, who is having certain specified degree or skill, doctors, lawyers, chartered accountants, interiors, architect, engineers. Okay, so if you are a professional or if you're doing business, you can compute your business or profession income under this head, and the chargeability section is section 28. Till last year, it was on your turnover and gross receipts, what you receive by cash check was taxable. Now they said if business receipts are received in kind, then also they become taxable. You know how? For example, a doctor, a surgeon is there, he does knee replacement surgery, and packages are there. So 1,50,000, 2,50,000 he charges for the knee replacement surgery. Okay, doctor's one of the best friends, childhood friends, he wants to get his knee replacement surgery done. Okay, so doctor said, no, this is my own clinic and we are such good friends, I don't want, you just recover, you walk, you track, you go for travel, and my job is done. So he didn't charge the fees. Okay, now the friend, he said, no, it's not good if you're not taking the fees. Then he had an electronic store, so a higher range of mobile phone and tab, two things he gifted to the doctor. Okay, as a way of gratitude for doing this operation. Is this gift taxable in income from other sources? No. This gift's market value is nothing but business receipts or professional receipt received in kind. The day I receive, what is the fair market value? Convert it and take it as business income. Clear? So coming 5 minutes, I'm going to teach you. Very good, very good. Absolutely right. Section 28 is the chargeability section. See, when you're confident, do write the sections. That's added environment. But doubt है कि 28 था या 22 था या 26 था, गलत मत लिखो. ठीक है ना? Right. कोई doubt छोटा बड़ा नहीं है. Doubt is doubts. तो कोई doubt है तो पूछो. Oh, this is yesterday's class where we have ended. We have done lot of all these problems and pre-construction concept. These are very nice problems and format. Exactly, I have followed what is required in your final exam, right? So compiler, if you want to follow for self-study, you can order it in Concept Classes app. Right now, let us please go down and start with the chargeability section of the business head. Some tidbits are there. I really forgot. I thought coming 15 minutes, I'm teaching you the format. No, first 5 minutes quickly. Other than business income, is there something else also which is going to be taxable under this head as business income? Yes. Compensation received due to termination or modification regarding an agreement. Suppose a stock is destroyed in fire. An insurance company gives you compensation for the stock. Is it your business income? Yes. Income derived from trade, professional, similar associations and all. Okay. Like ICAI, Cost Accountant Association, Chartered Accountant and Advocate Practitioners Bar Association. They also receive income. It's going to be taxable here. Profit on sale of license. So many times we take import export license, we take liquor license for 10 years. So I'm running the business for 3 years, then I don't want that license. I'm giving it to someone else. Can he use it for 7 years? Yes. Whatever amount is received for the sale of the license is taxable as business income. Now, value of perquisite gift benefit arising from business and profession. That mobile phone example. Doctor who has done the surgery, whatever he is receiving in kind, that is fees only, very well taxable. This is beautiful aspect I'm going to touch at the end of the topic, but today only. While you assess the income of a partner, this I want to say it orally. Just look here, focus. Partners getting profit from the partnership firm is exempt because partnership firm is already paying 30% tax. Is it clear? Right? Okay. Now, apart from the profit, the working partners also get salary and remuneration, which I will teach today at the end how to calculate. So, as a partner, we are receiving salary, interest, remuneration, commission, also interest on capital up to 12%. It's allowed, right? This income received by a partner is business income. Sometimes students just in the flow, they say, oh, interest received by partner, no interest, no income from other sources. Pacha kucha head nahi hai. I am receiving interest because I am a partner of this partnership firm. So definitely this is the business income of partner. Clear to all of you? It's my little in-depth I want to talk. So when I do the assessment, I'll come and say. Any interest, salary, bonus, commission received by a partner. Okay, it's going to be taxable here. Yeah. One beautiful term added in this is speculative transaction. All the income from business and profession is taxable here. Speculative business income is also taxable here, but you have to calculate normal business income separate and speculative separate. Ma'am, normal business may I have a textile business, there's a profit. And there is a footwear business, there's a loss. Can I set off? Yes. I'll teach you set off also करेंगे हम revision class में, but just saying. Can someone answer me why they say that speculative business income should be calculated and kept separately and normal income separately? Can anyone answer in the chat box? Bolo. Are you all able to see the screen also clearly? If you're watching in laptop full screen. Yes. Vishnupriya, Rajshekhar, Mangalam, Anjana, any one of you can answer. Is my question clear to all of you? My question is, why do they say that speculative business income is taxable here only, but separately? Why so? No, there's a movie, I don't remember the name every time. Aisa kyun? Aisa kyun? When you have this quest open, no, you will learn the things in a very awesome way. The reason is speculative profit can be carried forward for 4 years to be set off in other speculative loss, right? Whereas business income का जो loss है, that can be carried forward for 8 years. Huh? So there are some set of rules which are separate for normal business, separate for the speculative business. That's why you should calculate speculative business separate. Now, when do you say, ma'am, कि this business is a speculative business? This just for your information. उतना एग्जाम में प्रॉब्लम तो नहीं आते, but apart, so we should know. Speculative transactions are transactions when there is purchase and sale of a commodity, crude oil, petroleum, all that, including stock and shares, but there is settlement otherwise than by actual delivery. So there is no actual buying of crude oil and selling. It's the difference someone is enjoying. Huh? Speculative transaction. Ma'am, is it illegal? Answer is no, it's not illegal. It's a very well an income. Same way, we have commodity transactions also. Crude oil, gold, ये सब commodity market है. On speculative transactions, if they are related to shares and all, STT is charged, security transaction tax. And on commodity transactions, CTT, commodity transaction tax is charged. And this is very well allowed as business expense. ठीक है? Right. Yeah, but options, in share market, you have options, futures, derivative market. They are not speculative. Okay? Right. Chalo. Come back, please. Any sum received by business under Keyman insurance policy is a business income. Non-competent fee. See, these, ma'am, ये सब क्यों पढ़ा रहे हैं? आप सीधा adless पढ़ाइए ना. You just see the past exams, true and false, MCQs. These are asked in exam. Non-competitive fees received for not carrying on profession under this. Okay, what is non-competent fees? Because this will come in TDS also, right? For example, we are having one coffee shop, CCD, okay, Cafe Coffee Day. We are having here. Now, I want to make sure that within 5 kilometers radius of my cafe, no other CCD should open. Immediately after 2 days, one more CCD is opening. So I am paying him some fees. Ma'am, ye to bribing ho gaya. No, this is not bribing. This is non-competent fees. 1 minute, some disturbance is there. Really sorry. Are you getting that disturbance? Can you comment in the chat box? Thank you for waiting. Yeah, so what I was discussing, non-competent fees. So I have paid that person 50,000 rupees, asking him, you should not open your cafe within 5 kilometers radius of my cafe. Is this bribing? No, no, this is legally fees I am paying. This is called as non-competent fees. For the recipient, is this a business income? Yes. Key employees of my organization, they left. After 2-3 years, I met him somewhere. His name was Rajesh. I said, Rajesh, what work you were doing, no one is doing. Come back, no? So Rajesh is saying, yeah, ma'am, I can join the organization, but then I have to put my leave letter here and I have to give them 2 months time. Otherwise, they'll not be giving me salary. I said, Arre, kitna salary cut raha hai? 1 lakh rupees? Come, I'll give you joining amount. Have you heard of this term? Joining amount is received by employee. Is this bribing? Am I giving under the table? No, I'm giving check to Rajesh. Take this joining amount, welcome and join my organization from today. Because what work Rajesh is doing, no other can do. I will ask Rajesh to work so well and he will do the work and I will recover my 1 lakh rupees. That's my business policy. Are you getting? So Rajesh is getting 1 lakh rupees as joining amount. He is my employee. For him, it will be taxable as profit in lieu of salary in salary chapter. How many of you are feeling I'm going too wide in heads or all clear? So what is non-competent fees? Literally, legally paying someone fees and restricting him. Don't put your banner here. Don't start your classes here. Don't you put your cafe here. So that's what is non-competing fees. It's an expenditure for me, and for recipient, it's a business income. Chalo. Next, last one I did from this year. Some received in cash or in kind on account of capital asset other than land or goodwill and financial instrument, nothing but investment. Allowed as 3580 being demolished, destroyed. Okay. Let me make sure I'll clear this when I teach 3580. So we have done with all the basics. Method of accounting for computing business income and income from other source. Either you can compute the income by accrual system or you can follow cash system. Hybrid mode is not allowed. You all know what is cash system? Yeah? Or accrual system? Hybrid mode is not allowed. Now what I am discussing, I have already printed here. कोई एक एग्जाम नहीं होगा सीएमए का तो जिसमें कि दे हैव नॉट आस्क्ड एमसीक्यू फ्रॉम आईसीडीएस. What is the full form of ICDS? Income Computation Disclosure Standards. Do we have certain standards, accounting standards? Yes. AS. We follow them for books of accounts. Do we have some essays, standards on auditing? Yeah. We follow them as an auditor when we do the audit. Then what is ICDS, ma'am? ICDS are income tax, income computation and disclosure standards to be followed by SSE while computing business income and other source. Ma'am, why applicable only for two heads? Because these are the two heads where you compute the income systematically. Capital gain will come when you sell the capital asset and index. Salary and all, it is not, koi usme yehi nahi hai. Whatever comes in the bank, that's your salary. House property also not required. So now MCQ is asked from this para. You check, and today morning I got message from so many students today because I asked for, otherwise so they will not reply. One student replied automatically, and I said, any more students who have used the Sarathi videos and they have cleared group 1 and they are doing group 2, or they have gone in final and then all messages started pouring in, I will share that again in the Telegram today. That Sarathi videos they have attended, practice batch they have attended, and they have got result. If you feel my these revision classes by watching this, your concept is super clear and you did amazingly well in exam, please come and comment below the video so that more and more people will trust and this journey will go ahead. I hope I'm not asking much. हाँ चलो, तो ये एमसीक्यू अगर आ जाए ना तो सही में मुझे मैसेज करना. ICDS is applicable to all the SSEs. Individual and HUF, it is applicable only if their books of accounts are audited, means their turnover has exceeded 2 crore and books of accounts are audited. For those who follow mercantile system of accounting, if you are following cash or hybrid, it's not applicable. ICDS is applicable if you follow mercantile system of accounting and for computing your business income and other source income. This standard has got nothing to do with the books of accounts. Books of account, who is going to take care? Accounting standard. ICDS will be applicable just for computing the business income. In case of conflict between the provisions of income tax and ICDS, who will prevail? हाँ, भाई बहन लड़ लो जितना लड़ना है, but when father comes, पप्पा घर में आए, तो किसकी बात चलेगी? पप्पा की, right or not? So ICDS, sometimes there are conflict between ICDS, AS, or two ICDS and all. Finally, what will prevail? Provisions of the income tax above all this. Super duper clear? Right. Can we say these pointers orally? You can see every reel I make is for revising the gist, and I've made a reel for this also. ICDS, Income Computation Disclosure Standards, 10 standards are there, which are applicable for all the SSEs. They are applicable for individual and HF if their books of accounts are audited. ICDS are applicable for only those SSEs who follow mercantile system of accounting for computing their business income and income from other source. It has got nothing to do with your books of accounts. Only for computing income follow 10 ICDS. And I'll tell you literally, if you see those ICDS, no, they are like exactly like AS. Ma'am, do we have ICDS in depth? No. Final students have it. Inter students ke liye, how the ICDS is applicable, that's important. Sorry to interrupt and say one thing: commitment leads to courage, courage leads to confidence in exam. So I really request all of you to not join late in the class and be more committed to join exactly at 11 o'clock and not to miss out what I do in the beginning, 5 minutes to raise your energy. Those who are there from the beginning, is your energy high or not? And those who join now, 5 to 10 minutes, so it will take time to चल क्या रहा है यहाँ पे क्लास में. तो ऐसे मत करो. When you are joining live, make sure the more you are committed, the more it will lead to genuine wala courage, and the more courageous you become, you are committed and you bring awesome result. That confidence will come. Okay, right. So these are the names of ICDS you can read. Now, how do you compute business income? Start with net profit as per books. कुछ तो add कर देना, कुछ तो less कर देना, and you get the income. मैम ऐसे थोड़ी पढ़ते हैं. So pay attention. Coming 10 minutes. Anyone needs break अभी? पानी पीना है, हवा खाना है कि ये करने के बाद? Half an hour is over. No more 20 minutes we can go, then we'll take a break. Okay? Chalo. So this is my own made format so that no student should go wrong for add and less. Okay? Net profit as per profit and loss account as per the books of accounts. Start with the net profit. You know, trading P&L gives you the net profit as per books. Add expenses which are debited, not allowed. One second. I take Magic of Logic series. No, there this Saturday I did this. I'll share that screen. That will make this ADLESS concept clear. ये देखो जल्दी से. Net profit as per P&L is say 15 rupees. ये रहा. GP 50. Some 3-2 dividend and rent received. Expenses 40. And so my net profit is 50. मिला सबको? Huh? So start with 15. Now, expenses debited in the P&L account but not allowed. Coming 1 hour, we are going to discuss section 30 to 36. What is allowed, what is disallowed. So, suppose in this expenses 40 rupees, let us say depreciation as per books of accounts is 2 rupees, which is not allowed. In income tax, we allow the depreciation as per Income Tax Act 1961, block of asset method section 32. तो जो बुक्स का डेप्रिसिएशन है which is included in 40 rupees, 3 rupees not allowed. In expenses in P&L, we have debited municipal tax of our house. Municipal tax is allowed, but under which head? House property. So in the P&L account, if you have debited some expense, personal expense and all, which is not allowed, or you have debited some expense which is allowed, but in other heads. So it's not allowed here. Not allowed means disallowed. Disallowed means reduce the expense. Say this expense is not 40, but this isme 3 kam kar do. This is 37. When you reduce the expense, what is the impact on profit? Profit is going up. So we are adding. Add. Okay. This is little patience wala technique, but foolproof technique. Never you will have a doubt ki I don't know what is add or less. Expenses debited in the P&L account, disallowed. If expenses are disallowed, expenses are reduced, impact is profit is increasing, so add. Depreciation as per books, municipal taxes. Okay? Now, second example is, let us assume this is your creditors account. Purchase to creditors 500 and creditors to bank 494. I paid in full and final settlement 494 rupees to my creditor. What is 6 rupees? Discount received. Yeah. this 6 rupees discount received, is this my business income? Yeah. Am I going to receive it in cash? 500 rupees ke goods kharide, 490 for full and final settlement, bye bye. Now this 6 rupees is lying. Am I going to receive this 6 rupees? No. Can I credit it in the P&L account, 6 rupees? If I credit, what's the impact on profit? Profit will increase. Income credited, income related to business, not credited to P&L account. Now you credit. Discount received, income received. Some business income is there, you miss taking it. Take it, add it to the profit. Now, third example. On the credit side, dividend received. Dividend when I get by check, bank to dividend received, my accountant has passed the entry. And I have received 3 rupees dividend. Rent is received 2 rupees. But ma'am, dividend received is taxable in income from other source. Rent received is taxable in house property. Because of this 5 rupees, my profit is inflated. Is this my business income? No. I call it as kachra. Whatever income is either a capital receipt or it is income from other heads, remove it. Less. Right? I may be stressing a lot, but I want all the students who are doing live to watch this 15 minutes again, because this comes in compulsory question number 1 for 14 marks. Compute the business income. Okay? The 3 and 2 rupees remove from here. If you remove from here, what is the impact on profit? Profit will reduce. So less. How do I write it? Income credited in the P&L account, not related to business, remove. Income is credited to the P&L account, not related to business, remove. Right. Now last one. Some expenses are allowed, like depreciation. If you compute properly as per the block of asset method, it is allowed. Okay, right? So depreciation, say as per income tax act, is 2 rupees. So is it allowed? Yes. If you allow it, what's the impact on profit? Profit will reduce. So reduce kar do. ठीक है? Right. चलें आगे. So what will you add? Expenses which are debited but not allowed, disallow, add back. Income related to business you didn't take, add. Other income you have credited, kachra, less, remove. So many times IT refund and all is there. Expenses allowed, not debited. Yeah, right? Depreciation as per income tax and all, if you have not taken, take it. Now what I am discussing is the pitfall or the slide where students go wrong. हमको slide में गिनना नहीं है. देखो, in exam they'll give one point like this. Diaries New Year gifted to one of the customer 11 rupees, and 11 rupees is already added in the advertisement in the expense. What should I do? Can I give diaries, New Year diaries to my client? Can I take it as my advertisement expense? Is it allowed in the P&L? Did I debit in the P&L? Yeah, तब क्या करना है? Add or less? Ignore by writing a note. Neither add nor less. I can give one more example. ऐसे बहुत पूछते हैं. I can give you 100 examples. When I'm taking business head, it's like all past 10 years, 20 papers are in front of me. So much practice is done. हाँ? तो ये देखो. Legal expenses. Yeah, and please remind me later. Abhi I am teaching you how to compute business income from P&L, add and less. There is also a format of receipt and payment account sometimes given in exam. Right? Okay. Now what I am writing? Legal expenses for scrutiny case paid to Sohan 22 rupees. Don't go, ma'am, 22 rupees में कौन काम कर रहा है? मैं भी कराता हूँ. We are into core concept and we are allowed to use this calculator in exam. तो अभी concept पे ध्यान दो. ठीक है. तो legal expenses I have incurred for my scrutiny and I have paid to Sohan. सोहन, जो भी नाम अच्छा लगे लिखो ना, लेकिन नाम करेक्ट लिखो. नाम गलत बोले तो अच्छा नहीं है ना. Right. Now what, dear students? Can I incur legal expense for my business? Yes. Sohan is not my employee. He's a third person. But he's handling my scrutiny case, my raid case. And I'm paying him 22 rupees. Is this my legal expense? Yeah. Is this already debited in the legal expense in the PNL? Yes. Is this allowed? Yes. What I should do? Add back, deduct? Nothing. Kuch nahi karna. In English, nothing to do is the difficult part for students. Mom, we don't have to do. So what is your mindset now? Whatever is given in exam, everything you have to do add and less for business head or clear? 2 minutes. Exactly, I said 15 minutes and 15 minutes we are done. I request all of you to watch. This is my own created format with the help of the examples what I gave. Net profit, add expenses debited but disallowed. Personal expense, expense of other heads, add back. Income received related to business has not credited in PNL, now credit. Less. Expenses allowed but not debited in the PNL account. है ना? Expenses are allowed, not debited in the PNL account. Now debited depreciation as well. Income credited in the PNL but not related to business, remove. You will get business income. So we have done a very important part, and I want some buzz in the chat box so that I can go to the second part, allowed, for third part, disallowed. And I will share with you some of the quality good problems. All clear? Super clear? Type and say, ma'am, I can do adless now. No confusion. Still, if you find any example in CMA study material, CA, any academy's material, no critics की ये academy अच्छा नहीं है, सब अच्छा पढ़ाते हैं. आपके ऊपर है कैसे पढ़ना है. So you just have any doubt anywhere for adless, click the picture, send it in Telegram. I'll surely clear it. Understood? All clear? Super clear? Thank you. Chalo. Section 28 is the chargeability section. Now coming 15-20 minutes, I am going from section 30 to section 37. These are the sections which says this is allowed. This is allowed. So if it is allowed and debited, don't do anything. If it is allowed but they have not debited, you debited and reduce the profit. So we should know now we know if it is disallowed, we have to add back. But what is allowed? What is disallowed? वो तो देखें. हाँ? चलो, right. So that's what we are going to see. Done. Section starts with section 30. Section 30 says that whenever you have a building, for business we have building. Related to building, if you have taken the building on rent, rent is allowed. If you own the building, repairs, insurance, taxes, whatever expenditure you have incurred related to building, revenue expense is allowed and capital is added. Same for plant and machinery, furniture, assets. Related to business, whatever assets are there, for that insurance, it's mandatory to take insurance for your assets, business asset. Yeah. For those assets, plant and machinery, furniture, do we incur repairs, AMC, annual maintenance contract, and all allowed. Sometimes you take the machinery, ACs, coolers, and all on rent. So it's allowed. Section 32 says depreciation is allowed in Income Tax Act. Exclusive question of depreciation, you can get 5 marks or MCQ for 2 marks. So depreciation is allowed in income tax but not as books of accounts, as per block of asset method. For that, what are the conditions to be satisfied? SSE must be owner. Whoever is owner, he will get the depreciation. He should use it for business and profession. My son is having that bike, no? Which one? Harley Davidson. And he uses it for his college to and fro and all. Then can I claim that depreciation as my business expense for concept classes? No. So asset should be actually used for business and profession to claim depreciation. Now, asset must be put to use during the relevant previous year. So many times asset is purchased, assembled, but not yet ready to put to use. Then you cannot charge the depreciation. And please note down, in exam once they gave both the date. Asset was purchased in April, but it was ready to put to use in October. So depreciation will be from October. Yes, right. If capital expenditure incurred on cash basis, depreciation is not allowed. Of course, capital expenditure has to be by check or electronic mode and all. And if asset is acquired during previous year and it is used for less than 180 days, then 50% depreciation is allowed. More than 180 days, then full depreciation. So it's not like books of accounts. Books में कैसे करते थे? If I purchase one asset on December 23, oh, we'll charge the depreciation for 4 months. You remember? December 23 to March 24, 4 months. Revision of block of asset is very essential for the combination problems. So make sure you all stay connected for the depreciation part also. Okay, right. And if you already know it, let it be a revision. This is anyhow a revision class. है ना? So if you purchase an asset in December, as per books of accounts, you charge 4 months depreciation. Income tax में ऐसा नहीं है. Have you used the asset for more than 180 days? March, February, December, पीछे से 180 days से ज़्यादा, हाँ? Till 3rd of October, if you buy the asset, 3rd October 2023, you are using the asset for more than 180 days, full depreciation. Otherwise, 50%. ठीक है? And not to go wrong for this part in exam, I have made an idea which I share it with all the students. I'm sharing it with you all. 1 second. Huh? 1 second. The screen got stuck. Yeah. Make sure you all write, whenever you write the block of asset, write the date of purchase. ठीक है? हाँ. Now, only method of depreciation that is recognized under income tax law is WDV method. In income tax, you don't have SLM method is allowed limitedly for power sector and all, but not otherwise. SLM method is not allowed. And you know, we study 5 to 6 method in foundation classes. But which method is allowed here? WDV method. Okay. Depreciation does not start from the date of acquisition. It starts from the date put to use. Each and every point is written by me on my own. Pointers which you should remember while solving the block of asset problem. So repeatedly read it. In case of spare standby equipment, even if asset is not actually put to use, but it was ready to put to use, no depreciation start. You see in malls and cinemas, theaters and all, every floor they need to put fire extinguisher. Is that fire extinguisher used? God's grace, kabhi use bhi nahi hona chahiye. But is it ready to use in emergency? Yes. So should we charge depreciation once the asset is ready to use? This was an actual case. A person, he started a cab business and he purchased 3 cabs in February. Because the business was doing good, 15th March, he purchased 4th cab. But then last 15 days, 4th cab, there was no business. Naya car, he got it for his travel business, but 4th car didn't go for any rides and no business. So can he say, I will not charge depreciation? No. It was used for less than 180 days, 15th March to 31st March. But was it ready to put to use? Yes, like a fire extinguisher. depreciation should be charged. ठीक है, चलो आगे चलते हैं. Yes, in case of hire purchase, though the lesser is owner till the last, till you pay the last installment, the vendor is only the owner, still you can charge the depreciation. In case of amalgamation, merger and all, it's divided in number of years. If amalgamation is on 1st July 2023, before that I will charge depreciation, after that you charge, like that. No depreciation is allowed on land, and if the asset is purchased but not used, it will be a part of the block, but depreciation will not be charged if it is not ready to use. So these are the pointers. This is distinguished just for idea कि accounts में हम accounts में we charge depreciation asset wise, but in income tax we make a group and ऐसे crumpled ball बना देते हैं for all the assets. Assets lose their individual identity and we charge depreciation as per the block of asset method. Okay, so block क्या है? It's group of assets having same nature, same rate of depreciation. So one block we will make for building. So if I have 2-3 buildings, all will be added in the block and block wise depreciation is charged, not individual asset wise. So in income tax, anytime in exam, if they give you original cost and all, it's just to confuse you. Okay? Right. First block is building. Next is plant and machinery. Third is furniture. And fourth is intangible assets. Copyright, trademarks, patent and all. Everything except, यहाँ कैसे miss out हो गया आप लिख लो, except goodwill. You all know since 1st April 2020, no depreciation is charged on goodwill. Yeah. Are you all having a smart, say very solid network sitting in front of the Wi-Fi? Because if you connect and disconnect, you will lose the essence. This is a revision class. Everything, whatever I'm saying is very important. चलिए साथ में. Yeah. So how do you charge the depreciation? Block wise. Building, plant and machinery, furniture, intangible. 4 blocks are there. Yeah. And if they give you actual cost, less subsidy. So many times when you buy a plant and machinery in the remote area, villages and all, you're opening up paper mill, khadi industry, government gives you subsidy. So this subsidy will be reduced, okay, from the cost. Trial run. When you do the trial run, you are making from potato, they are getting washed and sliced and fried and lays. So these chips which are getting ready, sample you have done the trial and you got 5 kgs of chips. Can you sell it and get the income? Yes, it will reduce. Add interest on loan till the commencement of the production. Till the time your asset is getting ready. This is AS 16, borrowing cost. Till the time asset is getting ready, if you have taken any loan for the asset, added to the cost of asset. Expenses incurred for acquiring the asset. Freight, insurance, loading, unloading, all. Till the asset is ready to put to use, all the expenses are added. Add installation expenses and all. This is a crucial part asked in exam. When I buy plant and machinery, I am paying GST. So GST and other taxes will be added if input tax credit is not allowed. If you are availing ITC, say 1 lakh asset I have purchased and 10,000. मैंने GST pay किया है, just assuming. So I will take the cost of the asset as 1,10,000 if I am not availing input tax credit on the GST. If I am taking input tax credit of the GST, then the cost of the asset will be 1 lakh. Clear to all of you? I'm just opening up one bit. First, these are the pointers you have to remember. Then what is block of asset? What is the format? These are all extra points. कभी कभी इन पे भी आते हैं question, वो आपको पढ़ना है. You all are having, most of you have already ordered the book. So you are having the book. These are the special points you can read right now. What's the format you need to follow while computing the income? Yes. Opening WDV, add purchases. When you write purchases, hint I'm saying not to go wrong, write date of purchase. If date of purchase is December 23, you will automatically remember, oh, less than 180 days, I have to charge 50% depreciation. Total, less sale value. And on balance, depreciation is charged. Take a pause and logically answer. After purchase and sale, on balance, depreciation is charged means year of sale, there is no depreciation. Even if I use the asset till February 24 and then sell it in the year of sale, there is no depreciation. तो purchase को add करो, sale को minus करो, and on balance charge depreciation. But this depreciation will be charged as per what rate? Rates which are given here. Okay? Residential building 5%, commercial buildings go down, depots, factories, all hotels 10%, temporary structures 40%. Ma'am, पहले तो 100 था. Highest rate of depreciation now is 40%. Now see, in this table, whatever rates you feel which are important, copy it on a stick-on, and wherever you study in your cupboard, stick it. आते जाते बाल बनाते सूप पीते देखते रहना. Just watch it and you will learn it. So don't say, ma'am, ye learn nahi hoga. You have to do that, jugadu mind, that mindset ki, okay, I will do this way, this I will learn this way. Ho gaya. Furniture, what is including electric fittings? Furniture, you all know, cupboard, table, and all which is there in office, not your home furniture. And electric fitting, ye light points hote hain na, like 2 tube light right now, 1 fan, 1 mobile charger. So all that. Plant and machinery, basically it is 15%, but if they are motor buses, lorries, which are used by transporter, traveler, they use it more. So 30%. Moles and all 30%. Aeroplanes 40%. Air pollution, water pollution, energy saving devices and all 40%. Okay? Books owned by SSE 40%. Books owned by SSE carrying on business in running, lending, libraries 40%. General plant and machinery 15%. Ocean going vehicle, when we go for tours and all, speedboats are there 20%. And all the intangible assets, know-how, copyright, patents and all 25%. Am I going little fast or you all are following? This is a revision class, I don't want to miss. This is my seed mantra, beej mantra, for cracking any problem of depreciation. Yeah, 10 minutes more. Once we complete the depreciation, even I need a break. ये ना बहुत continuous बोलना पड़ता है ये classes में, तो sometimes exactly sitting in the same pose doing the same thing I too get drained. तो जल्दी से इसको करते हैं. ये देखो. Opening WDV of A is 100. Pay attention, I'm solving problems. Purchase of asset 20, total 120. Sale of AB both are sold for 60. What's the balance? Not 60, nil. Depreciation nil. This 60 rupees is short-term capital loss. 120 asset is sold for 60. Profit on sale of asset is always taken as short-term capital gain. Loss is always taken as short-term capital loss. Why? Because it's a capital asset. It's not related to business. So in the P&L account, if they give you profit on sale of machinery, remove it. It's not business income. Profit on sale of machinery, if it is proper, where will you take it? Capital gain. Right? Ma'am, why it is always short term and why not long term? Because we don't know the individual happy birthday of each and every asset. We don't know and we don't want to know. All the assets are crumpled in a block and we are charging blockwise depreciation. Now see, A and B 100, C added for 20, A, B, C are 120. A alone is sold for 60. Still 60 balance is there for B and C. Depreciation कितना होगा? Say 10%. So 6, 54. Right? What's the closing block ka value? 54. What is the profit on sale of A asset? Nil. When part of the asset is sold and the block continues, don't calculate the profit and loss. When part of the asset is sold, A, but block is continuing, don't calculate individual profit and loss. Clear? Ma'am, then why did you calculate here? Because the whole block was sold. A and B were for 120, 120 and both are sold 60. Bye-bye, block is over. Then calculate profit and loss. Nice. Now, A and B is for 100. C added 120. A, B, C. A alone sold for 160. What's the value? Nil. But with nil value, this block will continue because there is B and C asset. With nil value, the block will continue because there is B and C asset. Depreciation, nil. Closing WDV, nil. Are you all with me? फास्ट तो नहीं जा रही ना, ये सब खुद के क्रिएटेड एग्जाम्पल है. आपको if my ticks are confusing, I'll remove it. A and B 100, C 20, A and B 120, C alone is sold for 160. So is there a profit? Yes. Right? But B and C will continue. What is the profit? It's not 60, it's 40. It's not 60, by mistake 60 likha hai. 160 and 120, it's 40. Okay? Now, this was first year. Now second year. Usi ka second year. Same B and C are continuing to exist because in this block asset are there. This block has not died. B and C are still there. But the value is nil because the sale value is so high. Add D, 50. B, C, D, 50. What is the sale value? Nil. Yeah, right? Now, B, C, D. See, D alone got 50 rupees, but B and C were there with nil value. So B, C, D all put together 50. Now what will be the depreciation? 10%, 5, 45. Again B, C, D for 45. E added 90, 135. All four sold for 150. Now the block is over. So 15 rupees is short-term capital gain. In short, the gist is if part of the block is sold, capital gain is not calculated asset-wise, it is calculated block-wise. Block will continue. A, B, C, three assets are there in block and only A sold for 160. Still the block will continue with nil value because B and C are still there. Followed? It's a challenge, it's a feedback given by my students that once we do this example 2-3 times, along with the 14 solved questions for depreciation, never we are going to lose marks for depreciation. No depreciation is charged on asset which is sold. Why? Because add purchase less sale, on the balance you are charging depreciation. So no depreciation on assets sold. If new asset is sold in the year of acquisition, no depreciation. In case if WDV of the block is nil, but asset is existing, then no depreciation is charged, but nil value will continue. These are the same. And profit is short-term capital gain, loss is this. Okay? 5 minutes more, then we'll go for a break. Rates, I want all of you to today write in the stick on and paste it. Any student feeling, ma'am, we really like this concept and this example, but we need to solve the problems with you, then watch Sarathi practice batch. There is no change in depreciation. One full class of 2.5 hours, I have done only depreciation problems. इतने problems कराए तो आप कर सकोगे आराम से या जैसी simple format, opening, WDV, purchase, sale. When you purchase, I insist on writing dates. Why? Because if you write the dates, you're alert. Oh, computer is purchased for 60,000 when? January 24. What's the balance? 60,000. What is sale? Nil. What is closing WDV? 60,000. How much is depreciation? 40%. But then on computer, 60,000, 40 ka 50%. Why 40 ka 50%? Because it is used for less than 180 days. All clear? Right. So like this, you have to chart. These are all the problems solved. You can, once you start solving the problem, no, it will be like super clear to all of you. This is one exception to the rule. If building is used for personal purpose and then brought to business, then notional depreciation is charged. Huh? Building personally use की घर के लिए, we stayed there for 4 years and now we are shifting to another bungalow and this bungalow we are using for office, then notional depreciation is charged. But other assets, if used personally and then brought to business, charge the depreciation at cost. Thank you so much. All your messages are motivating. It is 100% crystal clear. And I'm telling as a teacher, see, take a pause, listen to me, 2 minutes, 2 minutes. Ye dekho, you may be sometimes overwhelmed. Ma'am, your class was really good, but there was so much of knowledge in today's class, we are not able to digest. It's okay. Be with me till the end of the class. Let it sink 60%, 70%. Then first half of the video, फिर से देखो एक बार. Second half, फिर से देखो एक बार. And do the practice, you'll be clear. Frankly speaking, as a teacher, I did feel that I should have taken the revision videos alternate day, so that if I've completed house property yesterday, today you practice, tomorrow we'll do business head. But I too have my offline classes starting from 15 February. So I'm completing this, but I'm going to be available for all of you. Definitely, it's a promise till your exam, whatever support you need. You collect your doubts and you say you want a live class, I will do it. You want to clear your doubts on Telegram? I'll do it. Mobile number for concept classes I have given. Click the picture, put it over there. I'll do it. So just listen now and somewhere note it down. Depreciation part, watch again. Preliminary expense, watch again. And just watch the video once again. No problem. Last time some students used to write those time. I don't know. I don't have that team है लेकिन उतना भी अभी नहीं है time कि हम लिखें कि at 10 minutes ये at you feel it's important, you can help me out with that. चलो, last part now. So a car is purchased by son on 10th August 21 for personal use and 1st August 23 when its market value was 2,50,000, it is brought for business. Charge depreciation. Okay, electronics, vehicles all come under plant and machinery. Are you clear? हाँ, आपके मोटर कार सब देखो 15% में है. So electronic vehicles all come under plant and machinery. And so how much depreciation is charged? 15%. Though they have given, if they don't give also, we will be able to do it. Now car was used personally, but when it is brought in business, whatever is the original cost, when is it brought in business? 1st August 23. So for 23-24, we can start charging the depreciation. Ma'am, what about FMV, fair market value? Ignore. Confusing? Ignore. ठीक है? चलो. Now, instead of car, if it is building, which was used personally and then brought to business, we need to charge notional depreciation for completed years. Not 2 years and 3 months, we will charge the depreciation for completed years. So first 10th August 21, 21, 22, I'm charging the depreciation. Ma'am, why you have taken 10%? Because building depreciation is 10%. Car hai to, motor car hai to 15%. WD 22, 23 and this. So this is the running year and this is the value. This is how you need to charge. One second, dear students, one problem was really very nice. This one. This one is already asked, but same can be repeated also again. A newly qualified chartered accountant has acquired following assets. Okay. Date of acquisition, date when put to use. Which one is important? I want you all to reply. Should I charge the depreciation from 27th or 1st? Date of acquisition or date when put to use, from where you will charge the depreciation? Reply in the chat box. Ninth problem I'm taking. Then I'll do additional depreciation 5 minutes. You can watch my reels. My reels are all the doubts of the student and I make reels. That will help you to, repeatedly revise. Thank you. It's a correct answer. Yes, yes, yes. God bless you all. Wonderful response. You all are listening. Otherwise, नहीं answer कर पाते थे. Very good, very good. Rajshekhar, Ranjana, all too good, right? Okay. Acha, those all, so many of you now live have also ordered the book. So when you get this material also, please message us back. Chalo. Huh. So date of acquisition is not important. Date when put to use is important. Now, computer 35,000. 1st October. 1st October is, don't say ma'am 6 months. It's used for more than 180 days. That you have to calculate now. Huh? 1st October say 31 days, November say 30 and all. So what will be the depreciation on computer? 35,000, 40%, 14. Computer software. Man, software is an intangible asset. Answer is no. Software cannot be used without computer. Students charge 25% depreciation here because it's a software. No. Charge it 40% depreciation only. So computer and the software, 8,500. One second, dear students. Problem to correct hai. So how much? 8,500, 40%. But this software is purchased on 8th of October. Is it used for less than 180 days? Yes, you can count. 8th October to 31st October, then November in calculator. Average due date पढ़े हैं ना foundation में? तो 20%. 40% का 20% नहीं, 40% का 50%. और directly 20%. ठीक है? चलो. Next is computer printer. 12,500 ka 40%. It's purchased on 1st October. Next is books, including annual publications. 13,000. Okay. So books, when the books are purchased, 1st April. So 13,000 ka 40%. Books and computers we can take in one slab because both are depreciated at 40%. Okay. After that, we have furniture, 3 lakh. Furniture, 3 lakh, 10% depreciation, 30,000. Building and furniture, 10%. Plant and machinery, 15%. Computer and books, 40%. Intangibles, 25. Like this, important rates you write on a stick-on and put it. 5 days में याद हो जाएगा image. Laptop, 43,000. 8th October. Though you have purchased in 26 September, but it was ready to put you in 8th. So 43,000 ka 20%. Done? So this is how you charge depreciation. And last part before we go for a break is additional depreciation. Normal depreciation is still allowed, but additional depreciation is allowed on new plant and machinery other than ships and aircraft. Check the MCQs. Again, I'm saying कितना पूछते हैं ये, and 2 marks are also very important, dear students. CA final I have failed aggregate at 196 marks. किधर 4 marks मिल जाते तो I would have cleared 6 months earlier. So every MCQ is important. Additional depreciation is allowed on new plant and machinery other than ships and aircraft. It is allowed addition to normal depreciation. It is allowed to all the SSEs, proprietorship, partnership companies, सबको who is involved in manufacturing. Yeah. And the rate of depreciation is 20%. पहले तो rate ही लिखा है ना 20%. But it will be 10% if it is used for less than 180 days. Benefit is extended to new plant and machinery acquired and installed. It is not allowed on plant used in office of the manufacturer, guest house and all. Beautiful point. You are a manufacturer. What you are using in factory, in that charge depreciation. If you have purchased a car for to and fro for your directors to come into the guest room and all, no. It is not allowed on second hand plant and machinery. And if it is used for less than 180 days, instead of 20%, 10% is the depreciation. Remaining 10% will be allowed in the next year. Can I say this orally? How many of you are seeing and experiencing? Can comment when I take a break now after 5 minutes that is it coming flawless or not? That's why I don't go for the recorded lectures. I'm taking live in YouTube because jo hai abhi hai. So this is years of teaching and I'm not boosting myself, but I'm giving you confidence that you have made a right choice. You can trust, but you need to work very hard. Are things coming flawlessly or not from ICDS to depreciation? And when I have made my own Sarathi compiler, I have taken care of all these points like anything. Once again, additional depreciation. What are the pointers? It is allowed to all the SSEs related to their manufacturing assets. It's not allowed on ships and aircraft and assets which are used outside the factory in the guest house or admin building and all. Not allowed. Rate of depreciation is 20%. It will be 10% if it is used for less than 180 days. Remaining 10% can be claimed. It's not allowed on ships and aircrafts. It's not allowed on second-hand machinery. And additional depreciation is over and above the normal depreciation. Okay? Right. Let us see how we work out problem where normal and additional both depreciation are there. This part will be covered in set of lectures also. But you all know unabsorbed depreciation is called as Brahmast of income tax. It can be carried forward for indefinite period to be set off in any heads of income. है ना? Right. Chalo. Let us take this. Joy was incorporated in January 23. Manufacturing unit was set up in 1st May. Right? Okay. And the company commenced its manufacturing operation in June 23. Okay. Total cost of plant and machinery is 120 crores. The said plant and machinery included second-hand machinery and machinery brought second-hand machinery and machinery brought for 20 crores. Okay. And new plant and machinery for scientific research relating to the business for 50. Okay. So now, whether it is second hand or it is used for scientific research and all, the plant and machinery which is used for scientific research, it is 100% allowed in section 35. We will do it after the break. 100% scientific research expenses allowed in section 35. So, depreciation will not be allowed. दोनों नहीं मिलता ना. आप already 15 crore का asset का whole expenditure is allowed in P&L as scientific research other than land and all. So you can't claim depreciation on that. So on 105, 15% depreciation. Ma'am, why did you take in decimal? You said keep the decimals away in income tax class because it is in crores. Now, additional depreciation shall be allowed? Yeah, because he's a manufacturer. But in 120, 15 is used for scientific research and 20 is second hand. So on remaining, additional depreciation will be allowed 20%. And if it is used for less than 180 days, then 10%. ठीक है? So here we complete with 40%. I can say the portion is over. So in the break, if you want to eat little bit, eat and come fast. The class will go for more 1 hour to pakka, because I need to do section 44 AD, presumptive taxation, all. Right? Okay. So we will meet after a break. This is 111 problem. If you want to check, you can check it. It's 12:34, 12:40. We are meeting here, right? Share this and ask your friends to join live. Even if they say नहीं नहीं अभी तो मैं तो basics में हूँ, मैं तो business head पहुंचा ही नहीं. अरे how many excuses you will give and to whom? Just watch how you understand in the live classes and how focused you are. Then you will have time to watch it repeatedly and ask your doubts. Okay? Are you all also back? 1 minute. Yes. Assemble back all of you and respond super clear, so that I know all of you are back and we can start. Anyone is having any doubt in the concept of depreciation, additional depreciation, add less concept? My examples of add less, were they clear? I know took very simple example, but that's how we clear the concepts. Yes. Shall we continue? Are you all back? Respond. Until now, all clear? Some of you have joined late. Don't miss out on the initial 15 minutes when I have explained you to solve the problem. How do you use add and less? ठीक है? चलो साथ में करते हैं. That monotony doesn't, मतलब वो break हो जाएगा अगर इसको we will do in 2 parts. So we will complete it for sure today. Okay. Now, next section is section 33. That's only for CMA students. CA students don't have this tea, coffee, and site restoration. But for CMA students, those who are watching, I'll give the gist. Okay? Right. Section 33 talks that if you are into tea, coffee, rubber business, you remember in agricultural income, if you have tea, coffee, rubber business, it's calculated in some rates which are given in rule, right? You can set aside maximum 40% of your net profit. Compute your net profit, and 40% you can set aside and deposit with NABARD, National Agricultural Bank, and all. Okay, and withdraw this 40% of profit for specific purpose. If you are into this activities, you can buy tractors, you can buy some machinery, some pumps and all, whatever. So related to your agricultural business, say your net profit is 100, you can up to 40%, you can keep 40 separate and pay the tax only on 60. But this 40 what you have kept separate, that is to be used only for this specific purpose. Yes, if you withdraw 40 rupees from NABARD and use it for your personal payments and all, that will become taxable. Followed or not? Government is giving you deduction. So if you purchase asset, use it for 8 years and CA's report is necessary. Same way, site restoration fund. You know, those who are there in the extracting of mineral oils and all along with government, they are there. So you can set aside 20% of profit. Here 40, here 20. Here deposit with NABARD, here deposit with SBI, State Bank of India. Rest conditions are same. Now, never you have your 10 marks MCQs complete without scientific research. We all know that R&D is an important activity of every business. I remember the model we purchased for Swift Desire when it came first time in the market is not available now. So every now and then the mobile models, the car models, these are like innovation is required. So if a business is spending anything for in-house research, they have a research and R&D, research and development department. Whatever revenue and capital expenditure is incurred for research and development, scientific research, 100% it is allowed, except cost of land, not allowed. Revenue and capital expenditure 3 years prior to the commencement of the business. See, there are so many startups who try some idea, fail, tried, failed, tried, failed. Now they have succeeded. Let us take a practical example of Zepto. You all know about Zepto? He's a young man with such a nice idea during COVID that you will get all your groceries at home, and his app worked like anything and he's earning, right? We didn't get cosmetics earlier, those all were foreign brands. Now we have sugar. If you're watching those shark, what do you call it, those videos, you'll be knowing. So these kind of startups, they do some trial and error, 2 3 years, and the third year they are successful and they launch that product in the market. So prior to the commencement of the business, last 3 years, if any expenditure is incurred, it's allowed. Yeah, there are some companies 100% they do scientific research, there also it is allowed. Now I'm not doing scientific research but I contribute to um, approved lab which is approved by government university or national laboratory or university like IIT. You all know IIT, Indian Institute of Technology, Kanpur, and this and that. So I'm donating to them for scientific research, may not be for my business. It's a good cause. They are doing research. They are finding, say, let's say in the COVID time, they have found out the vaccine, or they are finding some medicine for this cause, whatever it is. So some way I'm donating to the approved institutes. It's allowed. Contribution for scientific research association and all allowed, but then no depreciation will be allowed because already 100% capital expenditure you are claiming in the PNL account. Why they'll allow depreciation? Yeah, right. Acha, this is not only for scientific research, even statistical research. You know what is statistical research? There are approved universities to collect data ki how many women are educated graduate and how many men and all, and they are putting up the data. So for that also, if you are donating, it's allowed, right? Now, because the whole expenditure is allowed, if that's asset, suppose you have purchased a laptop for research and cost of the laptop was 60,000. It was 100% allowed in the P&L account. After use, you discarded the laptop for 65,000 because it was in super good condition. Then till whatever you have debited in the P&L account, 60,000, it will be business income. 5,000 will be capital gain. Please comment below if my speed is fine or not, because these are one concept, one problem. This is a repetition, revenue expense allowed, capital allowed. If you donate outside, it's allowed. If you donate to company, allowed. But they should be approved for social or statistical research. National laboratory allowed. Company which is engaged in biotechnology, drugs, pharmaceuticals, biogas, cosmetics with natural way they are making, all allowed. How do you do the problem in exam? Amount is paid to Indian Institute of Sounds, allowed. Deduction is allowed. Amount paid to amount paid to IIT Delhi, allowed. Amount paid to a company which is 100% research, allowed. Amount paid for in-house, allowed. Capital expenditure incurred 750, but 5 lakh is land. Land cost is not allowed. 2,50,000 is allowed. This is the way you have to practice the problem. They can give you 4 bit for 8 marks. Comment with reason whether this is allowed or not. K research and LMNL approved, so allowed hoga. OPQ is not allowed. So like this, more examples are there that you can check. 3 to 4. For every concept, I've made sure I've given you a problem. Okay. This is just for R for reading, that if you do any rural development projects and all which are approved, and if you spend money for that, your expenditure will be allowed. For example, I can give you the best practical example is Reliance. Reliance is into petroleum gases and all the product in Mumbai. Reliance is supplying gas through pipelines, yeah, instead of cylinders. So Reliance is engaged into this, and they are hosting this drawing competition into school, colleges, and they give prizes and all. That is allowed if it is approved. Preliminary expenses. When a company is formed, before that, you have to make project report, get the articles of association and all, drafted prospectus, company ka sin number, directors ka din number. So you incur all this expense. Is it allowed? Yes. For non-corporate SSEs, 5% of the cost of the project for preliminary expense. And for the companies, corporate, 5% of the cost of project or 5% of the capital employed, whichever is beneficial. But this is allowed in 5 years. So preliminary expense is allowed 1/5 every year. In this, there is an amendment. Have you all seen tax amendment lecture 1 and 2? If not, please watch that. Of course, I am covering up amendments in revision lectures, but there, only amendments with the material. Amendment material is already posted in Telegram. So, the thing what I'm saying is amendment lecture kyun dekhna hai, so that 7 to 8 marks which are reserved for your amendments, they will be clear to all of you. Is my speed fine or you want me to go little slow or fast? I can't see you also. I'm asking these questions. Huh? Yes. It's not how good I teach. मुझे कैसे पढ़ाना है बस पढ़ाते जाओ. That's not important. When you reach every student and when you communicate to them rightly the concepts and the knowledge, then we have done some good work. Okay. So preliminary expenses allowed 1/5 every year for 5 years. But one condition important over here is yeah, these expenses, legal expense, preparation of the project report, drafting, printing of memorandum and all, right? Then latest amendment is you need to give a statement containing particulars of above expenditure 1 month prior to filing the return. See, if you're filing your return in October, yours is the tax audit, then by 30th of September, make sure that whatever preliminary expenses you are incurring, uska na pura report bana ke you will have to give. I mean, say, why, ma'am, such condition they have put up? People may not incur expense and on bogus expense, they can claim 1/5 and all. So, for that purpose. ठीक है? चलो आगे करते हैं. जॉन लिमिटेड, ये एक प्रॉब्लम मैंने सॉल्व किया है. दे हैव incurred प्रोजेक्ट रिपोर्ट पे 4 लाख, मार्केट सर्वे 5 लाख, लीगल एक्सपेंस so 11 lakhs. Now what's the cost of the project? 30 lakhs. Capital employed 40 lakhs. Okay, so this 5%, not 50, here it's correctly written 5%. Yeah, so 5% of the cost of the project, 30 lakhs, or 5% of capital, whichever is beneficial, means higher. So even though they have incurred preliminary expense 11 lakhs, how much is going to be allowed? 2 lakhs. What is disallowed? 9 lakhs. And preliminary expense 2 lakh is also allowed in how many years? 5 years, 1/5 every year, which is this section 35D. Easy. One concept, one problem. Scientific research problem, preliminary expense problem, VRS problem, and so on. Deduction in respect of capital expenditure incurred on specified business. 35 AD. There are certain businesses which government wants to encourage: 2-star and above hotel, multi-speciality hospital, production of fertilizer. So 100% of revenue and capital expenditure is allowed. Cold chain, warehouse, building, housing projects. Slums are being taken up and they say we will make a tower here and we will give you the flats. Warehousing and storage of sugar, setting up freight. Port ke paas, pehle only 1 or 2 ports were there. Mumbai port, Chennai port. Now we have Kandla port, Vizag port, Kolkata port. So all these ports are being developed for import export through ships, vessels. तो वहां पे जो डेपो पे जो the people who are setting up their business, lot of encouragement is given. So what's the beautiful part of 35 AD? Capital and revenue, all the expenditure is 100% allowed. But dear students, when you allow capital expenditure, don't claim depreciation on the same again. Okay? And you have to give a report of a CA. If you allow capital expenditure here, you can't claim 10 double A कि मैं तो SEZ भी हूँ, तो मैं तो I will deduct 35AD also. I will deduct section, everything you cannot eat. We know you like dosas, we know you like pani puri, we know you like noodles also, but सब एक ही दिन में तो नहीं खाएंगे ना, like that. Okay, 35AD directly you can go for problems. Problems are really good. Cost of the land not allowed. Scientific research also not allowed. 35AD not allowed. Yeah, even in 35AD, prior period expenditures are also allowed. Like construction of the building, 30. Then 23-24, 150. Allowed. More plant and machinery is acquired, 30. So total 210 is the cost. Okay. 35AD का cost कितना है? 210. Now net profit before the depreciation and all these things is 80. So in the 80 net profit, I can set off 210 and there is a loss. Please remember for set off chapter and MCQs, star mark इसको 5 star KitKat सब खिलाओ. Losses which are incurred because of 35AD can be carried forward for indefinite period, not 8 years and 4 years, but only you can set off in specified business. So I have opened a 2-star and above hotel in Madurai, and there I incurred a loss of 100. Then I opened a hotel in Delhi. वहाँ पे भी loss आया 20. Long back I have already opened a hotel in Agra, Taj Mahal के पास, and now I am earning there 300 profit. So in the same business, can you set off loss? Yes. And if there is no loss, profit to be set off, can we carry forward this loss? Yes. For how many years? Indefinite period. ठीक है? Right. License is not there for CA students. CMA के लिए है और वो भी उतना important नहीं है. But फिर भी I will not leave it. I have printed with examples like anything, but I will cover it up at the end. बाद में करेंगे license. ठीक है? चलो. Problems also I have given. 18th and 19th problem are for license because definitely CMA exam it is asked. All right, if you do a expenditure for agricultural extension project, nowadays lot of training is given for growing dragon fruit in India, sweet corn and kiwis and all. So if you are doing any deduction expenditure for that, then you get a deduction of 100%. It's not weighted deduction, it's just 100%, pura expenditure. If you are doing any expenditure for skill development project, you train the people and then help them generate business, then you can claim these expenditure. VRS, your employee is going bye-bye, so every year's half month salary for completed year is given to him. Ma'am, this is the taught in salary chapter from the point of view of employee. Now we are in the point of view of employer. So VRS, voluntary retirement, whatever payment is made by company, 1/5 is allowed. I have written bold because I have to pay VRS 5 lakh, but I paid only 4 lakh. तो 5 lakh का 1/5 allowed होगा या 4 lakh का? Whatever VRS I have, voluntary retirement scheme I have paid 4 lakh to employee, divide by 5, 1/5 is allowed. 1 lakh I'll pay next year, so next year it will be allowed. Clear? Right. 36 is some general deduction. See. Last 45 minutes I'm saying this is allowed, this is, but there are n number of businesses. Cinema ka business hai, restaurant hai, Raymond's ka showroom hai, different businesses, different expenditure, no? So now we are seeing some general sections which says if this expenditure is done related to business, it's allowed. Okay, right. Let us check section 36. Any doubts you have, you can pause and ask me now. I'm going in some flow because this is all like by heart. Agar ye material abhi band bhi hai, to tuck tuck I can go. 36, 37, 40, 40, for A, B, ADA, all. But I'm using the material, I'm going in a flow. If your mind is stuck up at any point, please ask. कोई डाउट छोटा बड़ा नहीं है, पूछो. डाउट इज डाउट और जरूर से क्लियर करो. थैंक यू फॉर सेइंग इट्स ऑल क्लियर. चलो. Insurance premium paid by any mode other than cash. You know, nowadays for health of employees, group insurance policies are taken by company and company is paying the premium. Is it allowed? Yes. Bonus and commission. Can I give to my employees 1 or 2 months bonus or commission on the turnover? Yes. Interest paid on loan. Can we take loan for our business? Is interest allowed? See, here there is no rate. So can I pay 10% interest on loan for business? Yes. 13%? Yes. So like this, whatever you pay is allowed. Okay? This is an amendment of last year, but last year also few important amendments are going to be asked now in exam for sure. Trust me, dear student, years I have been teaching. Your financial year is 23-24. All amendments of 23-24 material is given to you. Video is being uploaded. But 20 to 23 के important amendments, एक दो उठा के they will give in the May exam. For that, in my amendment PDF after 23-24, I have printed the 20 to 23 amendment. And this PF is one of the most important amendment. चलो देखते हैं. Contribution to RPF, recognized provident fund, superannuation fund, gratuity fund. Payment should be made on or before due date of filing the return. Then it is allowed. You know what is 43B? Few outstanding expenses are there in March. Make sure you paid before due date. March 24 mein to you have kept outstanding PF and all. But paid before July 24 or October 24 before due date of filing the return. So employer's contribution to PF can be paid before due date of filing the return. So it will be allowed. If you don't pay, it will be disallowed. But employee's contribution, you know, you say to employee, 100 rupees is your salary. Listen, employee, I'll give you 88 cash, 15 rupees I will take and put in PF contribution on your behalf. I will also contribute 12. But from your salary also 12. When you retire, that time we will give from Provident Fund. Employee saying, okay, pay me 88 rupees. Now 12 rupees employee salary you have taken and you are keeping in your pocket. It's a crime. That's why they added this from last year. If employee's salary is not deposited, cut it from them 12 rupees. 88 आपको दे दिया, bye bye. अभी bye bye नहीं, class और 20 minutes चलेगा. So that 12 rupees, if I don't deposit in PF till 15th of the next month, it will be disallowed for me. Ma'am, but I have paid salary 100. हाँ, लेकिन 12 रुपए PF में तो डाले नहीं ना. So this 12 rupees will be disallowed as salary expenditure for me. Punishment. Followed, employer's contribution. Employer's contribution. जो employer का contribution है ना, anytime you can put it in PF before due date of filing the return under 43 and it will be allowed. Okay? But employees contribution, if you put by 15th of next month, it will be allowed, otherwise not allowed. Okay? Bad debts related to business. This I have separately covered if you want. Array, 1 second. Please write over here in the bad debt, refer magic of logic video. वहां पे लिखा होगा bad debt और 15-20 minutes. I'm not leaving it, but in magic of logic capsule learning series, I have explained it very thoroughly. Because this is the feedback of students कि मैम एग्जाम में bad debt गलत हो जाता है. Now, for this, I'll tell you one funda. What do you mean by bad debt? I'm not talking about provision for bad and doubtful debts. Huh? Actual bad debt. Party to sales. I've sold the goods to party 100 rupees. Party just paid 10 rupees in full and final. So 90 rupees I have not given discount. It's bad debt. Doob gaye paise. This 90 rupees, if I transfer as bad debt in my P&L account, can I claim it as allowed in the business head? Yes. You will have to show it to the assessing officer. He will check, is this bad debt related, incidental to your business? Have you taken it in the sales and income and all? Is it written off in the books? I hope it's not a mere provision. If all is satisfied, bad debt is allowed as expense. Followed? But after 2-3 years, you meet me somewhere. The same example I have given in unrealized rent in salary. And you say, Dipti ma'am, that time I was not earning well, now I'm doing good, please take this money. Is bad debt recovered my business income? Yes. How? Bad debt is allowed 100% earlier. 100% it is allowed earlier. Now it is recovered. Is it your business income? Yes. 100% that time it was allowed. Now it is recovered. Is it business income? Yes. 100% disallowed. I debited bad debt in P&L account. AO said, nahi, ye to allowed nahi hai. They disallowed. They added in the income. That time only they have taken the tax. Now when I recover, is it my taxable income? No. See, one income should be taxed once, no? World income कोई भी double tax नहीं होती. Second one shall I clear? ये देखो. 1,000 I debited in books. 1,000 allowed. When I recovered 1,000, it's taxable. 1,000 I debited in the books. Not allowed. कुछ भी allow नहीं किया. So 1,000 I recovered. It's not taxable now because that time allowed, taxable now. That time only disallowed, that time only added back, that time only taxable. Again, when you recover, you don't have to pay tax now. Right? I debited 1,000. They allowed 800. Okay. Now 200 to tabhi disallowed ho gaya, you have paid tax. Now I recovered 800. 800 allowed, 200 disallowed, that time only taxable. Now I have recovered 800. 800 में से 200 already तब disallow हुआ था, you have paid tax, no? 600. In short, they are assuming that whatever you recover is from the allowed part. Okay? Check this example and it will be clear. Family planning expenses are allowed only for company. Revenue expenditure is allowed 100%. Capital expenditure is allowed 150. This is beautiful. Students do mistake and this comes in your P&L account. P&L account में बिल्कुल आपको दे देते हैं कि क्या allowed है क्या नहीं allowed है. ये देखो. GST and custom duty. Is it allowed as expense? Yes. Interest on arrears of GST. If you pay GST late, is it allowed? Yes. But penalty is not allowed. Why do you have to pay penalty? Because you have done some mistake. You can't claim it as expenditure. एक तो गलती करो, penalty pay करो, and you want penalty to be allowed? No, disallowed. GST is allowed? Yes. Custom duty allowed? Yes. Interest on late payment of GST allowed? Yes. Okay, now when you receive the refund of GST, is it your business income? Yes. Is it credited in the P&L account? Yes. What you have to do, add or less? Kuch nahi. Custom duty refund received. GST refund received. Earlier allowed as expenditure, now recovered. Is it business income? No. Income tax is not allowed as expense because income tax you are not only paying on your business income. You are paying income tax on house property, capital gain, other source, salary. Income tax is not allowed as business expense. Then income tax refund is not my business income. Followed? So in the P&L account credit side, if they write IT refund received 10 rupees, nikal do, less, kachra, remove it. I'm repeating, income tax and advance tax paid allowed is not allowed as expenditure, so income tax refund. This is again my own made notes because so much feedback comes from you all. Okay, this point is confusing. All clear? STT and CTT, security transaction. Yeah. Interest on IT refund is taxable in income from other sources. Okay? Sure. STT and CTT. Security transaction tax, what you pay while buying and selling listed shares, is allowed as business expenditure, provided share trading you take it as your business, not as capital asset. शेयर खरीदना बेचना ओपनिंग क्लॉक क्लोजिंग स्टॉक, अगर if it is your business, STT is allowed as expenditure. STT is not allowed as expenditure if the shares are treated as capital asset. इतने बार they have asked this in true and false. Okay, so that's all majorly about section 36. Zero coupon bonds, if you issue the bonds at 82 and then at the time of redemption you pay 100, 18 rupees is the expenditure, say for bank. You can apportion it over 6 years if the bond is issued for 6 years and so on. This concept of how much you add in the pension and less is allowed, I'll clear it in salary chapter. Whatever is not covered in 30 to 36, that is covered as general deduction. What is general deduction? Oh, you have done some expenditure, but it didn't get covered in 30 to 36. It's not a capital expenditure, na? It's not a personal expenditure, na? And you have spent this money exclusively for your business. Allowed. Ma'am, then penalty under GST also I am paying for my business. Penalty is a punishment, not allowed. Clear? This is also last year's amendment. So many times they are saying that giving bribe, hafta, legally every week you have to pay the money. So you want to claim it as expenditure, not allowed. Freebies. To all the medical practitioners, if you go to a doctor, tie पहन के कुछ लोग बैठे रहते हैं, wait करते हैं, last में मिलने जाएंगे. So they give lot of benefits and coupons and all to doctors. Okay, recommend our cough syrup only like that. It's not allowed as expenditure because this is bribing. This is not legal. Company related expenditure. If they are not related to change in the capital, they are allowed. Yeah, right. Acha, this one is also asked in exam. If you give any advertisement, generally advertisement expenses related to business are allowed. But if you are giving advertisement in any souvenir, tract, pamphlet, political party, see now again elections are there. So one side BJP and next side your company. You are giving donations to political party and you are booking it as advertisement expense, not allowed. Ma'am, to kya donations are not allowed? Not allowed. Donations are not allowed as business expense, but if you have donated to a proper authority, you can claim a deduction in 80G. Okay. It's a very nice question of the past exam where 1 month bits are there कि scientific research किया 240 तो allowed है, demerger expense किया 5 lakh, so 1/5 every year is allowed, VRS is allowed. Yes, right. Okay. Any expenditure you incurred related to business on which TDS was applicable. जैसे I paid you salary but I forgot to deduct TDS. I paid him commission. I paid him interest. I forgot to deduct the tax. Tax तो काटना था ना. So if the payment is made 1,000 outside India without TDS, 100% of that expenditure is not allowed. Oh, but it's my business expenditure. I have paid 1,000 rupees interest to David in USA. I missed deducting TDS. So that expenditure is 100% not allowed. Okay. If you pay interest 1,000 rupees in India without TDS, 30% is disallowed. 30% is tax, no? अगर इंडिया में इंटरेस्ट दिया तो TDS you should have deducted and paid. Why you miss deducting TDS? Your expenditure will be disallowed 30% if you miss deducting TDS in India. Outside India, 40%. Okay, I'm not reading word to word, I'm giving you the gist. Income tax surcharge says these payments are not allowed as business expenditure. Can you make payment to relatives? Huh? In our firm, my son is also working and he's getting salary and commission. Can we pay? Because genuinely he's working with my husband. Yes, but it has to be reasonable. If the AO says salary paid to son 50,000 per month is unreasonable. Okay, sir, then how much is reasonable according to his qualification and knowledge? 30,000. Who will decide reasonable? AO. I have paid 50,000 salary to my son from the firm. How much is allowed? Department is saying reasonable kitna hai? 30. 20,000 per month into 12. This salary, what I have paid and debited in the P&L account is disallowed or not allowed. Payment to relatives. अब relative की definition क्या है सबको मालूम है. This is also a very nice problem from the material only. Study material also it is there. You can refer, go through it, or I'll pause the video 2 minutes. Click kar lo photo, take it as homework, solve it. Tomorrow, when we are doing capital gain, if you have any doubt, you can ask. Answer also. Of course, I'll show you the answer. Concepts I'll not miss out. Problems now I told you, business has this is having more than 47 around problems. Quality good. अब एक एक प्रॉब्लम में ही कितने बिट्स हैं देख लो. तो सब तो नहीं कर सकते ना. Yeah. Under section 48(3) they say in a single day cash payment should not be made to a single person on a single day above 10,000. You have all the online mode, mobile transfers, RTGS, NIFT, UPI, Paytm, GPay. Why you want to pay cash above 10,000 to a single person on a single day? Disallowed. Okay, ma'am, I paid 15,000 cash on a single day. Sorry, गलती हो गई. 10,000 तो allow करो, disallow 5,000. ऐसा नहीं होता. Once you make payment, see, this is the pitfall. I'm telling you exactly, I'm stressing because this is a revision video, dear students. Had it been regular class, I know how different way I teach. But I'm telling you exactly, हाँ मेरे को मालूम है. Every student says, yeah, ma'am, I know. Above 10,000 expenditure in a single day not allowed, and 35,000 for the transporter not allowed. If I pay you 12,000, immediately they write the answer. 2,000 is disallowed. Gone. You are reading till here. This depth is required. And that depth will come by repeated reading. Don't go for, shopping free material. इधर से मिल रहा है, उधर से मिल रहा है. एक अच्छा, one good teacher, one good material concept and institutes material, past exam papers, more than enough. Don't go for shopping and collecting all the materials in your laptop, tablets, गाड़ी की टिक्की, घर के कबर्ड में दुनिया के मटेरियल पड़े हैं. ये सर, वो मैम, ये वो. Sorry, I'm just making you all aware. So this is important. You all know that above 10,000, if you make payment on a single day, that payment will be disallowed 100%. Right? Okay? Yeah. Chalo. And in case of transporter who is involved in flying, hiring or leasing goods, up to 35,000, they can make payment in cash. Because they have to make on-road payment. So 35,000. अब तो वैसे वहाँ भी FASTag आ गया है. Exception to the rule. You can make above 10,000 payment in a single day, either if you make payment to government or you make payment for the forest and fisheries where there are no bank or it's a holiday and so on. Now see, after this concept, immediately next problem. 1 lakh paid on a single day, disallowed. 9,000 paid on January 81 for a single day. 9,000 is allowed because on a single day it's 10,000. 81 is. So like this, one concept, one problem is the speciality of this Sarathi compiler. Chalo. Change in the exchange rate. So many times I am importing my purchases and I make payment after 2 months. So in the 2 months, purchases I booked at US dollars 82. But while making payment, the dollar rate went to 85. So I have to pay 3 rupees extra. Can I take this loss to my P&L account? Yes. If there's an income, can I take it to the credit side of the P&L account? Yes. So beautifully I have written, ma'am, ये भी आता है, बिल्कुल आता है. After repeating this lecture, you will not feel anything coming out of syllabus in the exam, for sure. Ma'am, and if it is related to a set, okay. When I purchased the set, it was 82 rupees. When I made payment 85, 3 rupees plus number of $1,000, whatever, add it in the cost of the asset and start charging depreciation. ठीक है? 43B. This is a part of 14 marks question. If you book some expenditure and outstanding expense, bata ke you have reduced your profit. Salary to outstanding salary, GST to outstanding salary, this to PF to outstanding. You have reduced your salary, profit in March. Then make sure that outstanding you paid before due date of filing the return. Then it will be allowed in 43B. Ma'am, but due date of filing the return was October 24. I paid it. Promise I paid it, ma'am, but I paid it in December 24. Will it be allowed? No. Now it will be disallowed. But if you have paid in December 24, it's going to be allowed in next year. Okay. So 43B talks about which payment? Any taxes, duty says what you pay to government. Huh? Any contribution to superannuation fund, bonus and commission to employee, interest payable to loan taken from IDBI and all that. Any amount payable as leave salary to employee, some payable to Indian Railways, employer's contribution to PF, employees contribution to PF. If you don't pay by 15th of next month, it's going to be disallowed. Okay? Payment made by buyer to micro or small enterprise under MSME. This is added from this year. This is a latest amendment. Ye wala. Acha, can I say what are the payments covered in 43B? 43B में क्या क्या payments covered है? Government payment, employee related payment, interest and so on. This time they have added, if I am a buyer, I am buying the goods from MSME, you all know Micro and Small and Medium Enterprise Development Act, right? And if there is an agreement, okay, then I have to pay it within that time, purchase ka payment. So my purchases will be allowed. If there is no agreement, then 15 days from the date of purchase, I have to make payment. If payment is made after the due date, okay, and maximum number of days are allowed 45 days, it's going to be disallowed. फिर से एक बार, because it's new. I have made purchase of goods from MSME. Now, if there is an agreement, I have to pay it. In case of agreement, I have to pay it within the due date that is not exceeding 45 days. In case no agreement is there, then I have to pay it within 15 days. If I don't do it, that if payment is made after due date, it will not be allowed now. But of course, it will be allowed in the next year. Okay? Now for 43B, this is conceptual problem. Stamp duty value concept I'll clear in the capital gain chapter. Last part now we are moving forward, 44. What we have completed after the break in the last 1 hour, allowed. 30, 31, 32, 35, scientific research, 36, preliminary expense and all allowed. Then we did 40, 10,000 above payment not allowed. Unreasonable payment to relative not allowed. TDS not deducted, not allowed, not allowed, not allowed. Done. Now, these are procedural sections but 5 marks problems are asked on this. So let us begin now. Section 44AA, compulsory maintenance of the books of accounts. Anywhere you feel I have not explained the concept and you all have the book, right? So many of you have the compiler, Sarathi compiler with you. Please message me, ma'am, please cover up this. I will do it and then I will start cap reading tomorrow. 15 minutes more and we'll be done with. Yes? Right. 44A says compulsory you should maintain books of accounts. Yeah? Who should maintain? The gist of all this I have given in the table. In case of individual and HUF, if the income exceeds 2,50,000 or turnover exceeds 25 lakhs. In case of others, if the income exceeds 1,20,000, yeah, yeah, or turnover exceeds 10 lakhs in any of the 3 PPYs preceding previous years, then you need to maintain books of accounts. Don't ignore this. I'll share the problem and you'll say, ma'am, this problem is asked for 3 marks, for 5 marks. That quality good problems we are going to do. So for individual and HUF, if your income is exceeding basic exemption, 2,50,000 or turnover is exceeding 25 lakh. For others, 1,20,000 or turnover exceeding 10 lakh. In any of the preceding 3 years, you have to maintain the books. Ma'am, last year it exceeded, I maintained, but this time it is less. But last year to tha na, so last 3 years, any year, if your income is exceeding limit, turnover is exceeding limit, you have to maintain the books. For professionals, income limit instead of 120 is 1,50,000 in all the 3 years. So in case of notified profession, law, medicine, accountancy, architecture, engineer, film artist and all, if the gross receipt, yeah, exceeds 1,50,000 in all the 3 years, then definitely they have to maintain the books of accounts. It's not gross receipt actually, it's profit. Profit ही अगर exceed होगा 1,50,000 से, so they'll have to maintain the books of accounts in all the 3 years. Okay, now Dipti ma'am explained in 2 minutes when you have to maintain the books. So I'll go to a stationery wala and I'll buy small diaries. This is my sale book, this is my ledger. ऐसे नहीं होता. Rule 6F is explaining what books you have to maintain. Cash book, ledger, journal and all those. ठीक है? Books are to be maintained for 6 years from the end of the assessment year. Now, I don't know why they write in direct language. Books are to be maintained at the principal place of the business. Business इधर है, books घर पे पड़े हैं. क्यों भाई? घर पे कौन पढ़ रहा है? So at the principal place of the business, you have to maintain the books for a period of 6 years from the end of the assessment year. So for this financial year, it is 7 years. ठीक है? So you can check up this example on your own. There are already small problems solved. This is also a problem already asked and can again be repeated. Kitna hai? Gross receipts. Oh, for the professionals, it's gross receipts only. Sorry, not income. In the table, I have written wrong. It is to be shifted down. If the gross receipts for this, he's a film artist, exceed 1,50,000, book maintain karo, nahi karna. 180, yes karna. 210, yes. So he doesn't have to maintain the books in 2021, but he's required to maintain in the next 2 years. Now, do you have to get your books audited, checked, rechecked by a chartered accountant and he will give a certificate, audit report in form number 3CB and all? Yes, books of accounts are to be audited. Okay? Where the SSE is covered under audit कब कराना है? When your turnover exceeds 1 crore. If you are a professional, your gross receipts exceed 50 lakhs. Okay. But if the SSC is already covered under 44 AD, then till 2 crore. 44 AD is presumptive taxation. We will do now. And I have prepared separate Magic of Logic video for all the 44 series. ठीक है? Right. तो ये देखो, what I am saying is, if your turnover is exceeding 1 crore, if your professional, your gross receipts are exceeding 50 lakhs, get your books of accounts audited. But if you are going for presumptive taxation, on your turnover, you are showing 8% net profit. On your digital turnover, 6% net profit. Okay. And your turnover is up to 2 crores, still you don't have to get the books of accounts audited. For professionals, if you are going up to 3 crore, तभी भी आपको for business only, up to 3 crore also you don't have to, if you're filing the return in 44 AD and your cash receipts are less than 5%. समझ में आ रहा है? एक काम करते हैं, ये टैक्स ऑडिट को पेंडिंग रखो, आई विल कम बैक. Let us do what is 44 AD. 44 AD is presumptive taxation. Is your turnover up to 2 crore? Show net profit 8% on the normal turnover. On the digital turnover, 6%. See, turnover details you all are having because of GST. 20 lakhs limit cross kiya, to you have the turnover details. So don't maintain books 44A. Don't get it audited. Say your turnover is 180 lakhs, 1 crore 80 lakhs. On that 8% net profit for normal turnover and digital turnover, online business hai to 6%. Show the net profit, file your return, pay the tax. You are free. You don't have to get your books audited. You don't have to maintain the books. If your turnover is up to 3 crore, still you can go for presumptive taxation if your cash receipts are less than 5%. Out of your total receipts, cash receipts are negligible. All your business is into bank online. Then if till 3 crore, you can file your return in 44 AD. You can go for 44 AD up to 10 crore. I've explained everything conceptually, covering up all the updates. And if you want a repetition, please write repeat. Chat box is on. I will see. Please comment after the video is uploaded. Live chat will be there. Sometimes it gets deleted. I don't know. YouTube mein kya hai? But comments after the video are there. That will motivate others to watch. It is really a hard effort of 2.5 hours non-stop speaking. If you feel your concepts in depth, especially the pitfalls are all super duper clear, please comment. Okay, right. Dekho. You want to go for presumptive taxation up to 2 crore, you can go. Beyond that, you have to maintain books, get it audited. If your turnover is up to 3 crore, exceeded 2 crore, still you can go for presumptive taxation, provided your cash receipts are less than 5%. If your turnover is up to 10 crore, still you can go for presumptive taxation if your cash receipts and cash payment both are less than 5%. Total cash receipts are less than 5% of total receipts. Total cash payments are less than 5% of the total payment. You can go for presumptive taxation. Clear to all of you? Right. So this is all about 44 AD. Now I hope tax audit is clear to you. What is 44 ADA? Yeah, one beautiful aspect really I missed, I want to discuss here. Those who are going for presumptive taxation under 44 AD, they are allowed to pay their whole advance tax in single installment before 15th March. Superb. Underline karo isko. Because they are going for assumption, साल खत्म होने दो, जितना turnover है, we will pay 8%, 6% net profit we will show, and on that net profit we will calculate the tax and pay. So instead of 4 installments of advance tax, if you are going for presumptive taxation under 44 AD, you can pay advance tax in single installment. Thank you. That's a very nice question. That, ma'am, is this applicable for all the SSCs? No. This is applicable only for individuals, HUF and partnership firm. And is it mandatory? No, optional. Array, my sales is 30 lakhs. I want to maintain books, get it audited, file the return, go. मैम मेरा 8% मार्जिन ही नहीं है, हमारे बिजनेस में सिर्फ 2% मार्जिन है. If you have to go for presumptive, show 8% or 6%. नहीं मेरा तो 2% ही है, तो go maintain the books of accounts. The concept I want to clear is presumptive taxation is an optional scheme. It's not mandated. It is optional. ठीक है? Right. Are you all here with me? Connected? See, this example will make it clear. Turnover is 180 and it is digital, so 6%. 190, 6%. 2 crore. It should be less than 2 crore. 2 crore bhi aa gaya and they want to show 5%. Can they go for 44 AD? No, they cannot. This is also a past exam question only. Can read it. 44 ADA is for professionals. Yeah. If your turnover exceeds 50 lakhs, you have to get your books of accounts edited. Lawyers, doctors, chartered accountant. Up to 50 lakhs, just show 50% of your gross receipts as net profit. Ma'am, 50% is too high. But for professionals, this is. If your gross receipts is exceeding 50 lakhs and you're a professional, lawyer, doctor, chartered accountant, get your books audited under 44AB, file your return. But if your turnover is say 30 lakhs, 30 lakhs ka 50% is 15 lakhs. Show the net profit 15 lakhs. On 15 lakhs, pay the tax and done with. No problem. Here also one change they have done. This is a latest amendment. Instead of 50 lakhs, they have extended the limit key up to 75 lakhs. You can go for 44ADA provided your cash receipts are less than 5% of the gross receipt. Is all covered in amendment. Because you are showing net profit 8%, 6% for professional, 50%. No other expenditure is allowed. 92 rupees expenditure they have allowed. So separately you cannot claim advertisement and depreciation and all. See, I have given the gist here. Show net profit ka 8% and digital turnover 6%, for professional 50%. Here turnover limit is 2 crore, here 50 lakhs. Turnover instead of 2 is 3 crore if the cash receipts are less than 5%. And here it is 75 lakhs. Clear to all of you? Super duper clear or not? Chalo, last one now. You are a transporter and you are having up to 10 vehicles. Okay. Right. Then how much you can show per vehicle? 44 AE. Last one. 44 AE. Yeah. Heavy goods vehicle. They'll say what is heavy goods vehicle? 1,000 per ton is your income per month. For light goods vehicle, 7,500 per month or part of the month. See, you are having less than 10 vehicles, not more than 10 vehicles, and you are doing Ola business. Huh? 3 vehicles you are having. One vehicle you purchased on 18th of February 2024, and it's a light goods vehicle. Still 7,500 into 1. Say one vehicle you are having. For how many months? 2 months, February and March. Ma'am, but 18th February, part of the month also show 7,500 income. Bye-bye. No need to maintain books. No need to get it audited. Light goods vehicle, 7,500 per month. Heavy goods vehicle, 1,000 per ton per month. All other deductions are deemed to be allowed. Now don't say, ma'am, ye laga hai, wo laga hai, weighing machine ka blah blah blah. No expenditure is allowed. Yeah. If it is a partnership firm, salary and interest is allowed, but rest all. If you say, no, ma'am, per vehicle, I'm not earning more than 3,500. This is very unfair. Why I should pay 7,000? Okay, don't pay. Maintain books, 44A, get it audited, 44A, we file the return. We'll accept. See, I've already solved these problems. I think 2 problems I've solved. I'll share this one. Ramamurthy has 4 goods vehicle. Okay, and he acquired 7. Ma'am, 4 and 7, he exceeded 10 vehicle. He can't go for 44 ADE. No, he can. Because 7 vehicles he acquired in June. Before that, 2 vehicles he has sold in May. Isn't it a beautiful problem for 5 marks? Marks score karna hai. Have that mindset. Your answer sheet is amazing. You've got marks, you've got exemption. Act, feel, behave as if you already have it because you're working hard. Committedly, you're sitting. 11:15 to quarter to 2 is not a joke. Huh? Now, 2 light vehicles are sold in 31st May. So for 2 light vehicles, 7,500 per month, only 2 month income because 2 month ke baad to bye bye. Remaining 2 vehicles, 7,500 for 12 months because throughout the year I had. Now I have 4 vehicles. No, not 4, sorry. 4 I had, but 2 are sold. So I had 2 and 7 more I purchased. 7,500. When did I purchase? 27 June. So for June month also should I take? April May ko chhod do. 10 months. This is your income. Can you set off the brought forward loss? Yes. Each example and problem added is foolproof. It's not that this compiler is made by some of my students ki bana do, print kar do, publish kar do. Each and every example is gone through and I know it. Okay, last, before we close, we have completed everything, but 2 times they have asked a problem like this. Ma'am, kya khas hai Ram Narayan mein? Can anyone say what's so special looking at the problem? 2 minutes, I'll take break. I'm here only. Jaldi se bolo. Who's going to answer first? What is so special about this problem? And this is asked for 14 marks. What is difference in the problem? Quick, 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 quick. Anyone? I'm waiting. Look at the problem structure, read it and say, you know it. You have to answer it. अरे मेरे लिए वेट मत करो, दीप्ति मैम तो सब आंसर देंगे ही ना. I'm not here to test your knowledge. And I have cleared my CA final in 1999. मेरे को नहीं पढ़ना है. You all have to study. The more you participate, the more you grow. That confidence will come. That genuine confidence will get built up. If you're right, super good. If you're wrong, that beautiful pinch. Trust me. Foolproof method hai. Bolo. Someone should answer. What is different about this question? No? Yes, I will share one add and less question also. Thoda today and tomorrow, even tomorrow, capital gain is little vast. We might exceed little time, but stay connected. Who will answer? What did you feel by reading the question? Ma'am, you said how to solve a question? Net profit as per books of accounts. Add and less. Net profit as per books. Add expenses debited disallowed. Less income taken, but it's not related to business, kachra, nikal do. And you get the net profit as business income as per income tax, and you pay the tax. Of course, all the problems are combination. Where is net profit? Where is the P&L account? किधर है P&L account? किधर है? Ram Narayan is giving you receipt and payment. Yeah, ma'am, we will solve it. Non-trading concern is my favorite chapter. I can convert receipt and payment into income and expenditure. Dipti ma'am has taught me in foundation accounts. And then from that income and expenditure, we will do add and less. Utna time you are not having. You have to complete it in 3 hours. If they give you receipt and payment, smile. Mantra for this month, if anyone has missed initial 15 minutes, every month you can take small, beautiful resolution for building up habit. Smile more. Laugh if you want to laugh. Movement. Walk. Staircase ऊपर नीचे घर में इधर उधर घूमते रहो, हिलते रहो. Do the movement that shakes the energy and your learning level increases. Come back. We need to close the class. So listen now. There is no P&L account, no add and less. Then how will you solve this question? From all the receipts, there could be revenue receipts, there could be capital receipts. Can we pick up the receipts which are related to business income? Ye dekho, professional income. 1,90,000. Can I hand pick? Ma'am, but rent received, yeah, take it as GAV. Idhar le lo, GAV, NAV. Share of income from partnership firm, all this is exempt. LIC policy matured, exempt. From the payment, can we take this as business expenditure, business expenditure, business expenditure? Purchase of car is not allowed, but on that 15% depreciation. Advance tax is not allowed. Personal expense not allowed. Entertainment allowed. Yes, related to business, you can entertain your clients. You can take them to Ramoji Film City. You can take them for lunch and dinner. Entertainment expense student disallow. They feel, array, it's time pass. It's related to business allowed. Oh, these expenditures where you will claim income from house property. So this is more easy. Just handpick the income and expense and compute rental income, and handpick income and expense and compute business income. Done. Followed all of you how to go by receipt and payment. Income and expenditure. Start with this net profit. And now how do you read the problem? This is my way of doing. Reading the problem is art. Read it in such a way that you don't have to read again. So start with net profit. Look at the credit side, remove all the kachra. Something credited is having impact on this, but it's not business income. IT refund, nikal do. It's not business income. Interest and dividend, these are income taxable in other source. Remove. Come on, repairs allowed, advertisement allowed, scientific allowed, this allowed. Repairs on include 95,000 cost of raising compound wall. It's a capital expenditure. 95, add back. Interest paid include interest paid outside India. 12,000. TDS is not deducted. Add back. In India, if you make payment and you don't deduct TDS, 30% disallowed. Outside India, 100% disallowed. Next, penalty on contravention of GST is 24,000 included in interest. Not allowed. एक तो गलती करो, penalty pay करो, and you want it to be allowed. So all the expenditure debited, disallowed. Add. All the incomes credited, not related to business, deduct. Clear? So this is how you have to solve all the addless problems. 35, 36, 37, 38. All are very nice problems, but I can't take up these problems now. क्या हो गया? Blank क्यों हो गया ये? Very nice formula. Chalo, last part now, assessment of partnership firm. One license is left that's important for CMA students. So when I take income from other sources topic, that time I'll add and take. Aajo. In case of partnership firm, can we pay interest to partners? Yes, but it should be authorized in the deed. Partnership started in April. Interest is added in August. Interest will be allowed only from August. How much maximum interest is allowed? 12%. Ma'am, but in deed it is written 13%. Still how much? 12%. Deed mein to likha hai 30%. Still how much? 12%. See, these are all the examples in routine class. I asked them to solve. Tabhi ke tabhi. So how much interest you can pay to partner on his capital in case of partnership firm? 12%. Ma'am, but in deed only, say in deed it is 10%. Then how much you will allow? Deed में 10% है, तब कितना allow करोगे? 10%. Whatever is mentioned in deed or up to 12%. Followed? If you have paid 36,000 interest as per 18%, but what is interest allowed? 12%. What is interest disallowed? 6%. Add back. Add. Now, can we pay salary and remuneration to the working partner? Yes. Salary and remuneration can be paid to the working partner. Chalo. How much is it allowed? It should be authorized by deed. It should be for a period after the deed. Deed के पहले allowed नहीं है. It should be paid to working partner. How much? Up to 3 lakhs of the profit, or in case of loss, 1,50,000 or 90% is allowed. Now, ma'am, why 150? Sometimes, you just earned a profit of 30,000 and 30,000 ka 90%. Can you say, working partner, you have really worked so hard, but there is a loss, and loss ka 90% we cannot give you. So sorry, we are not giving you any salary. If there is a loss, increase the loss, but give the money to the working partner. So up to 3 lakhs profit, or in case of loss, 1,50,000 is a minimum remuneration. Remuneration includes salary, commission, all to the working partner, or 90%. Okay? On the balance of the profit, 60%. Okay? And on what profit? Book profit. So in the net profit, if you have already deducted remuneration, add back the remuneration. So many times in P&L account, they already pay the remuneration and then they get this profit. So add back the remuneration. I hope you are getting. I'm directly going to problem. 139 mein 120 remuneration they have paid. I want the book profit before remuneration. So add back. Expenses include 15,000 personal. 15,000 is the personal expense. Add back. Depreciation as per Income Tax Act is 21, but you have debited 25. So add back 25 and deduct 21. Depreciation as per books is not allowed, add back. Depreciation as per income tax is allowed, deduct. And now, how much interest on capital you have paid? 18%, 36,000. 12% is allowed. 6% is disallowed, is 12,000. After adding less, how much is your profit? 290. On 290, 90% or 150, whichever is higher. 150 क्यों दे रहे कि लॉस भी है तो 1,50,000 we should give, no? 261 is the maximum remuneration. But how much remuneration they have paid? 120. 120 will be allowed. This calculation gives you the maximum remuneration which is allowed. Clear? So like this, many problems I have solved for partnership firm also. Right? And notes are given. Booster notes, I have kept some page like this for your reference, but maximum booster notes I have added there. Now I know some of you have gone in between, had your lunch, and again you are back. अरे दीप्ति मैम अभी भी बोलते जा रहे, चलो फिर से join करते हैं. तो promise you will watch the lecture. Yes, right. and to raise your energy for the studies, for all the work, whatever you do. Two mantras. Let us make beautiful small resolution this month. Of course, budget will be out. We have not discussed it. We'll discuss separately. But abhi to important hai movement and smile. So let us close the class with the prayer. Whatever I am studying, this you should say every day. I'm remembering it absolutely fast, crystal clear. In exam, I'm able to recollect all learned and produce in my answer sheet. I'm scoring super duper well and I'm doing amazing in my life. I take 100% responsibility for myself. When you say this, I take 100% responsibility for myself, you get beautiful power inside. And then for our beach mantras, one is movement and one is laughter. Can we all laugh? पागलपंती करनी चाहिए ना कभी कभी. And then see how energetically you will enjoy. Be it income tax, accounts, costing, law. क्या नहीं पढ़ा जा रहा आप बोलो. You all are in a beautiful space, and after 5 years, when you go for your job, when you go for your degree, and then when you meet Dipti ma'am, no, you will say those were the most cherished days when we were doing our work every day, and every day some juggling we were doing along with you. So this every day spent with all of you, and thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for trusting me, staying connected till here, following whatever I say. Definitely you'll get result. I'll share some of the results of the past exam और जल्दी से हल्स के क्लास को क्लोज करते हैं. ठीक है? So we'll smile like this. This is taught to me by my teachers. I follow Art of Living, and there they have taught this today. This is smile like, how you feel shy like this. How many of you are saying, ma'am, you're doing something very awkward, and this is a YouTube live class? It's absolutely okay. When you do see something happening in your stomach, वैसे ही बहुत कुछ हो रहा है, भूख लग रही है, lunch late हो रहा है. And have you seen the Three Idiots? How they laugh, that broom, broom, broom. So like this, make noises and do laughter as much as you can. It will sink and you will genuinely smile. You have all the power within you, and no reason, no excuses, no neighbors, no uncle, aunties, no environment can shake you. All the best to all of you. See you all tomorrow. थोड़ा नाश्ता अच्छे से करके आना. Capital gain we are going to do. Budget highlights will be prepared in a separate lecture. Thank you so much. Hoping to see all the likes and comments once the video is closed so that it is taken further. And share this in your WhatsApp Telegram group if you felt it was genuinely that you have never learned business ed like this. I'll tell you the secret. Regular batch जो foundation पढ़ के आते हैं ना, and they are writing in November 24 for them. November, December, CA, CMA all. Separately we take the lectures for CMA. Those students, November 24 students, business head is taught for 8 classes of 2.5 hours. Can you see how spoon feeding and how every day must be working problems with them? Huh? So that 8 into 2.5 hours gist I have put in this 2 hours 45 minutes class. Hope it is helpful to all of you. Thank you so much. Bye-bye all of you. See you all tomorrow. Sharp at 11. Bye. Do give me the feedback